Hello and welcome to episode 27 of the Cutie Art Crusaders for January 1st, 2013. That's right, folks. We've made it. We've now been going for 2 years. No, that's not true at all.
No, not 2 years.
We've been in 2 years, technically. So, welcome back. If you didn't see our last week's episode, because we understand it was a bit of an awkwardly timed one. It was Christmas night, so a lot of people missed that. But we did get. I heard that we got quite a good audience. Flutter Guy, you were there, right?
Yeah, I showed up like halfway through because I was spending time with family, and then I kind of broke out of that. And I showed up in the live stream. There was quite a few people there. Had some good talks with people.
That's good. So I think there's 30 or so. So that's like what, half of what we usually get.
Yeah.
So that's pretty darn good considering it was a major holiday.
I showed up for the last bit because people started texting me like, "There's something wrong with the audio. What did you do?" Like,
oh yeah, that's right.
That's right.
So last week's Bern, do you want to tell them about what happened to last week's audio?
Oh yeah. Basically, while I was editing,
By the way, hold on. Bern's still sick.
Oh yeah. If you can't tell,
but he can talk now.
I'm feeling good though. I'm feeling good, but I can talk a little bit better, so I'll try to rant. But anyway, during the last little bit of the episode, apparently, somehow I accidentally deleted Pinky Dash's section of the questions. Yeah, that was my bad. I think I was just trying to move his audio and actually just hit the delete button. Maybe I was angry. I don't remember. So he didn't really have a part in the question, so I had to fix that, get it uploaded to YouTube.
Apparently, from some people that we know who watched it, apparently it was really adorable because it was just like, complete silence, and then occasionally either like Berned or I would be like, But we fixed that up for the YouTube upload, so if you missed a part of that, then it's up on Everfree. I think it's still youtube.com/everfreeradio, right?
I think it's still that, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can check it out there, and that's where you can check out all of our episodes afterwards, or you're probably checking it out there right now, so...
Also, last week was our 26th episode, which means we're half a year in.
Yeah, that's old news.
I know.
That's old news.
But yeah.
This week is New Year's, so we hope everyone had a fantastic 2012. I know my 2012 was quite nice. We're not going to get into New Year's resolutions because I
resolved to be adorable.
Well, you've already accomplished that.
See, like I can't. I'm never smart enough to make resolutions I can actually, achieve. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's basically it. Happy New Year's. Pinky Dash, you had something to say, didn't you? Because you love to plug people.
Yes, okay. So I'm going to give a little bit of a plug before we start because it's of my OC. It's not exactly fan art, but it was commissioned by a friend of ours and a friend of the show. Heard about it last week. Silver Rank Clouds commissioned this from Secret Pony for me. It was a complete surprise. I had no idea she was doing it. It was amazing. I kind of died a little bit when I saw it initially. And it's now on my front page of my DeviantArt. So if you're ever on my page, you'll see it. It's just incredible.
And the reason why we bring this up is because Secret Pony apparently Secret Pony is a fan of the show. I apologize to Secret Pony, but I've never seen his or her works. And but apparently big fan, so that's awesome.
Shout out to you. Yeah. Shout out to Silver Rank Cards for commissioning that. You're both amazing.
So this week is super special, and this has kind of been the thing that we've been waiting for the last 2 months. This is the fan art episode. This is where all you guys sent in fan art of us, and occasionally some people sent in random pictures. But we're featuring. We said we'd feature every single picture that was sent in to us on the show, and we're doing that.
Yeah. But to be able to do that...
One small problem.
Yeah.
We Go ahead, Pinky Dash.
To be able to do that, we kind of need to split the episode in half, because we got so much fan art. Much more than any of us were expecting.
I don't remember how many we got, like, in terms of actual numbers, but it was something around mid-40s.
Yeah, it
like
was
45
high,
pieces.
High 40s, yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Considering you guys had 60 days to do that, like, that's 60 days, it's 2 months. The end of October is when we got the first piece and when we decided to talk about it. And now it's, the end of December when we're recording this, so that's been 2 months, less than 2 months. and
That's
you guys
almost one a
almost
day.
submitted like one a day. That's what?
I know. When we got our first piece, it was like, wait, people are actually making fan art of us? What?
Yeah.
And then like now there's 40 some odd pieces.
Well, we originally did this because we
mind-boggling.
got our first two pieces, which we're about to talk to. We're going to put the first two pieces first to talk about them. But we originally wanted to do this fan art episode because two people sent in fan art pieces within like 24 hours. And we went, wow, that's really cool. We'd love to talk about these pieces. But if we include these pieces in a regular episode, then it's going to either take away from the current episode that we would be featuring them on, or we wouldn't give them enough time. And so we thought, okay, well, we want to give these people, some time to talk about the pieces. Why don't we make kind of it like a theme, like make a themed episode? And so I thought if we announced it early enough, then, maybe we'd get like
4 or 5, so
two, maybe
enough
3
to
more.
fill an episode.
Yeah, so we have 4 or 5, which is like a good episode. Well, we end up getting 10 times that.
Yeah.
So we have to kind of rush this
We really
episode too,
should,
so
yeah.
we should get into this really soon. But
Yeah.
we have to do this episode and then the next episode, I think, in order to be able to talk properly about all these pieces. Because we want to give each of these pieces the correct time. Say what we liked about the piece, that kind of thing.
Right.
So
All right,
yeah,
so-
we should just get started.
First piece.
Let's jump right in. All right, our first piece is called "Now I'm Taking Over" by Otaku AP. And this was actually the first piece of fan art that we received.
This was before we mentioned we're going to do a fan up.
Yeah,
Yes.
there was 2 pieces. This one and the next one came before we requested them, and these 2 pieces were, like I said, the reason why we did this whole fan art episode. But this one was the very, very first one. This one came out on October 28th, and Otaku AP, who has since then proved to be quite crazy when it comes to making us fan art, which you'll find out in this episode and the next episode. But he made this, and it's for a first piece of fan art, it is spectacular quality.
I love that we're all in Burns' cage.
I don't know. Would you would you really call this one fan art, seeing as he's trying to take over? It's more like hate mail, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
So thanks, Otaku, for sending us hate mail.
No, man, this one is so awesome. I remember when we first got it, I was like, "What? Like, what is this?" Like, I didn't even know what to think about it. I mean, like, it was so weird to actually have someone make something that was like relevant to an episode, because there was like the whole putting me in a cage thing, and then he's like shoving us all in the cage.
Yeah.
So it was like relevant, and then it was funny, and then it was really well made, and then it was of us, and I just didn't know what to make of it.
It's weird because when you watch certain TV shows or when you watch certain internet programs, there becomes kind of like memes within the show. And without even realizing it, I guess we've made some memes from our show. But like it wasn't intentional. They just kind of mentioned the cage, and I guess it just became like a reoccurring joke. And I guess it's cool to kind of see stuff that we've mentioned on the show. Like not only to see like fan art of us, but also to see like people like taking away certain things or like remembering like certain jokes that we
have
had.
a lot more fan
That's really
pieces
awesome.
too, of like making more cracks about us in the cage and stuff. And I like how I'm the butt of this joke.
Yeah, I like the fact that like this cage is quite roomy. Like the actual cage that we bought for you is much smaller than this.
It's much more homey.
Absolutely. Yeah, like it would be about the size of Burn.
It's cozy, damn it.
It's actually Burn shaped.
It's more of
mine.
an armor kind of thing. It's
Anyway, regardless,
Yeah.
this piece, amazing. I love our expressions. Like every expression is done like flawlessly.
And he's done a really good job. I don't see this very often with artists, but it's a show accurate style that's not done in vector quality. This is digital painting, and Otaku AP has used that to make his own style, and it's amazing to see. This goes for all of our fan art, but it's amazing not only to see the quantity of fan art, but also the quality. And something like this is very good, and it's very cute. So I don't know. We have to move on to other stuff, but just in general, thank you for this piece, because this and the next one were the things that kind of sparked this entire thing.
Otaku, you are awesome, and you are the cause of this all.
Yep.
Dude, we've got like 4 more from him, so chill. We'll talk about it next episode.
He's too awesome.
We'll gush later.
Yes, okay, so the next one, as was mentioned earlier, also helped to spark our whole fan art episode idea. It's called Cutie Art Crusaders - Behind the Scenes by D4S Vader, and it depicts Rainbow Plasma, myself, Burned, and Flutterguy in what I can only describe as extremely accurate situation. The whole,
I'm gonna beg to differ.
the whole Rainbow Plasma sitting on the desk, being angry at me for giving him a story, as well as having a picture of himself on the wall. It's all perfect.
The way that I look at this is because I don't like Diamond Tiara. So when I first saw this, I was like, "Man, I'm being compared to Diamond Tiara. This sucks." But then I noticed that he vectored me twice, so I was like, "I think we're even."
Oh my god, that little poster on the wall is fantastic. I really like picturing you though as that guy from Spider-Man, the main news anchor guy with the mustache. I just picture you with a big blonde mustache yelling things. That's awesome.
I'm okay with that.
Get me art
ponies.
now.
Better art, more.
Oh, but yeah,
And
Vader's actually in the Vector
yeah,
Club.
no, he's awesome.
We knew Vader from before this.
But this is the second part of that 1-2 punch from when we got our art, where people are like, what? Like, people actually like us? People actually like us enough to make art of our show? And this was the second part of that. And it's awesome.
I don't know if anyone pointed out, but I did find 2 little errors with this. Burned and Rainbow Plasma, your mouths are closed. I mean, how often does that ever happen? Seriously.
I think the funniest thing about this was Burn saw this and immediately gave the guy a couple of pointers. Like he saw this and he was like, "By the way, like a couple things."
No.
Like,
That's not how it happened.
Because
what happened was there was a resolution issue. The SVG wasn't exporting something correctly, and he's like, whatever, I guess I'll deal with it. And I was like, oh, to fix that, you just do this. He's like, oh, it worked. I was helping him. Thank you very much.
The vector quality in
It's
this is flawless.
I love vectors with backgrounds.
Yes.
It's so good.
I don't know. Do you know if did he do this one the background just for us, or did he reuse it from a?
It's a background from Ponyville
Well,
Confidential,
he
but I
did
don't
the
know if he made
background.
another vector from. No,
Yeah.
he had made the Ponyville Confidential vector.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
he did that
he
before,
added us
because
in,
they
which is
are-
awesome.
October 10th is the background. October 29th is our fan art of us. He made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Convenient.
And for those who don't know, a lot of vectors, or a lot of vector artists will do that. They'll not really. Well, yeah, they'll reuse resources and stuff, and
They'll cheat. They'll reuse little bits. I do it all the time.
No, it's a community. It's a big community.
It's not cheating. It's reusing. It's what vectors are for.
Vector guys are really.
I mean, they do that on the show too.
yeah, we're really close knit. All the people who do vectors. so.
Vectors are a resource. They're meant to be used.
Okay, next one. Okay, I'll just point out we're moving on to the actual, not the actual art, but we're moving on to sort of a system now. So you'll see everything's going to be kind of grouped together.
Yeah, we have stylistic. We're keeping things in order of style. We're not choosing favorites or anything like that. We're just doing stylistic choices. And so these are no longer in order of when they were submitted to us. These are just in kind of not a random order, but a stylistic order.
Yep. So we're starting with sketches and stuff. So our first piece in the sketch group is the Cutie Art Crusaders by Yay Sisters. And this is an absolutely adorable sketch of us as Phillies.
Yeah, we're actually the Cute Art Crusaders. Cutie Art Crusaders.
Yeah.
That's us. That little piece of paper made by you was so happy.
I know, right?
And I'm showing it to you, and you're not impressed at all. You never like anything I make
Well,
for you.
I'm writing something. So. I'm more intellectual. I'm writing something. Also,
Just
little
like in my world,
he's
all
writing.
Baker's happy.
teeny tiny little wings.
Yeah, you and Burn both have really teeny tiny little wings.
Yeah.
We're Phillies. We're not supposed to be able to fly.
Burn still has super long hair, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of
And
like
Fuddiga
real life.
got tied up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's fantastic.
Oh, is that a ponytail? I thought that was his
Well,
actual tail.
ponytail is tail. Because
Yeah.
That was a bad
It was.
pun.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. What are you doing anyway? You're looking at a map of Ponyville. That's what you're doing.
I'm either looking at a map or I'm doing finger
He's looking for
painting.
new locations to find art.
It's like a treasure map. Do you see?
Oh,
to get
yeah,
at
there
Cutie
we go.
Marks.
Cutie Art Crusaders sketcher ponies. Yay.
Well, with that one, with that
That was bad.
attempt, let's move on to the next one. So the next
all
one
right.
They're
is,
so cute though.
I know, there's
Yeah.
more cute.
Sorry,
to come.
guys. We have to really fly through these. I apologize. We can't talk about it for 10 minutes each. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is
Thank you, Yay
CAC fan art
Sisters.
by God damn it, Burned.
I wanted to say
Look,
thank you. I'm sorry.
we already said thank you at the beginning.
wanna
Thank you
say
to
it
everyone who
again.
sent it in case we forget to individually.
Nope. Individually,
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
every person.
Okay, the next one is CAC fan art by Mean Hedgehog. Burned, would you like to thank Mean
Yes,
Hedgehog?
thank you, Mean Hedgehog. This is awesome.
Thank you, Mean Hedgehog.
It's so
now,
simple.
this
yet
one,
so
this
amazing.
one is, it's a nice little Philly little sketch. But what I thought this one did really well was you could tell what each person was, even though there's not like a huge amount of defining features.
yeah.
Like they
all
did
of
a
our
really good
eyes are
job.
the same. All of our body positions are the same. The only things that really change are the muzzle shape and the tail and hair.
And my
Yep.
ear.
Although,
And the
to be
ears.
fair,
Yes.
I don't know exactly which one's me and which one's Pinky Dash. I think I'm the one on the right.
That's funny. I think we're entranced by some kind of awesome form of art.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes. Or watching ponies.
Probably.
Could be that too.
But yeah, but we wouldn't be sitting down immediately. We'd be like jumping around, excited.
Yeah, it'd be a Pinkie Pie episode.
Like this one's really simple, but it's still really cool because like we all have our little defining feature. So we each have everything that makes us us. And Mean Hedgehog has a lot of little cool sketches in his DeviantArt gallery. He's getting quite better.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one is CAC by Ramslack or Rameslack. I'm not sure exactly.
Or Remislack.
Ramislack. I'm sorry for butchering your name, but yeah. And this one I think is is just so good because of the scrunchy face.
Yes.
They were obviously paying attention because I love scrunchy face. And Flutter Guy, your little character, Caramel, scrunchy face.
Oh yeah. This is like
so
there's so much expression in this what seems to be like this simple little sketch like going on if you look at each face and think about what's happening because it's like I don't know what Pinky Dash is doing over there with his knife face but it looks like Rainbow Plasma's bumping Flutter Guy into me. The Flutter Guy's all embarrassed like oh sorry I'm just like the handsome Colt in the corner like oh what's going on.
Okay, Bert. Okay. I'm just the good-looking guy off to the side,
You know.
doing nothing wrong.
Well, we know what your shipwreck's going to be about.
I'm just minding my own
Pinky
business.
Dash likes what
man.
he sees.
Oh, yeah. No, seriously, I bring the charisma in this picture.
Another thing
the
I'd like to
chin.
note really
It
quickly
is.
is that we tried to comment on most of these sketches that were on DeviantArt, but if we didn't get around to it, like trust me, we've seen it, and hopefully putting on the show, we can give you the comments that you might not have on your DeviantArt. But trust me, we've seen like all of us have seen all of these, so
Yeah.
we
And we
really
all love them
appreciate
all.
all of these. So
Oh,
Yeah.
This Ramislack definitely has a really cool sketch style. Like even like the little bends of our elbows of our hooves have like fuzz on them. Like they look like
Needle
little
fuzzy.
fur.
Needle fuzzies.
I love the fuzz.
Yeah.
And like the tips of our ears.
I love the
It
fuzz.
Looks like he tried to make them a little fuzzy too.
I love the fuzz.
I like the way that he does the shading too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is really cool because this is a traditional sketch.
I know. Shading and hair both done.
He's done a really good job on the
I
main.
love traditional sketches. Mm-hmm.
I actually kind of like the style. I think if he keeps sticking with it, like definitely over time, it's gonna develop something really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. So our next piece is called The Cutie Art Crusaders at the Gala by Smooth Sailing Pony. And in this piece, we're all mystified by what I assume is art.
Yeah, everywhere.
At the
That's on the
gala.
wall
We went
of
to the
the
art
gala.
section of the gala.
So it's the art. It's,
Now-
so,
now,
so,
before-
so
wait,
it's the
wait,
art
whoa.
gallery.
Okay, wait. Let's just take a pause here. Burned. While you're editing, I know you're listening to this.
Okay.
Can you just zoom in on my derp face?
Yes, I can.
Derp.
Derp.
That's great. I think this artist did a really good job of fitting in the cutie marks because they're tiny, but like they're so well done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like for example, if you look at like Flutter Guy, yours, like it's so detailed. Like you really have to zoom in to see it, but it's like super awesome detail.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like how they like took a familiar setting, which is the gala or Canterlot Castle, and placed us in there and like did the whole background and everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail in the background as well.
Yeah.
I'm one question. Where's our dresses?
Well, I'm male, so I don't know about
Yeah.
you, but I'm not wearing a dress. I should be wearing a suit.
Yeah, well, my OC's not male, so where's the dress?
Oh, wait, we're talking real life.
What? No.
Are you planning a gala for
Yes.
us?
Yeah.
But he wants to wear a dress.
So
Moving on. moving on.
On that note, next piece.
Okay, so the next piece is called, well, this is becoming a reoccurring theme, but the next piece is called Cutie Art Crusaders by Mummified Mustangs. And this is another sketch here of the four of us just kind of standing around. And once again, burned in editing.
Shapesing.
Can we zoom in on my derp face?
That's a good derp face, that one.
Don't know why I'm derping so much here.
You have the derpiest faces.
I do have the derpiest faces, apparently.
I don't know. Flutter guy's next in running for a derpy face.
It is true, yeah.
I don't know what's going on with him.
I'm reading the description.
There's something in the description says that apparently Burned is rambling, and everybody else, this is their reactions to it.
That's why I'm so happy. I was wondering why I was so happy.
And I'm just bored.
Yeah.
Also, your mouth is open, so yeah. If your mouth is open, you're rambling.
I don't know why Burns rambles send me into some sort of weird psychotic serial killer trance, but I like it.
I have a hunch.
I have a feeling you're about to snap and do something very nasty. You just like keep that face like pummel him.
So keep it under control. Keep it under control.
Soon.
Soon.
Oh god.
Oh, that's great. I love all these sketches. Sketches are so.
By the way, tip of the hat to his. What is the word I'm looking for? I can't remember the right term. Step-by-step process. His process. That. Tip of that to his process. You can see the under the sketches, so you can see he was sketching out to what he wanted the ponies to look like first, beforehand, and then try sketching over it. And as we said in our sketching episode, that is always the first step.
Yes.
Yep. Always.
Yeah.
You don't just do your finalized lines first.
Tip of the hat
you
for learning.
That's sketching out.
Yay.
Right.
Yeah, that's part of the thing too. Like, I think it's fair to say, like, I don't think I'm insulting anyone when I say there are some pieces that are better than others when it came to the fan art. But I like the fact that we've got people who are using the show to like legitimately learn, because I feel like that's a goal of our show, is to like make sure that people are learning and improving and hopefully using our show as kind of motivation.
Another recurring thing that I've been noticing in some of the description is that people were watching us and they had an art block, and then I was like, hey, okay, so now I've got some idea. I'm going to make fan art of these guys. So I like that we were also some sort of inspiration.
I want to have
a
theme at the end of every episode, or like a segment at the end of every episode, like have like a little art challenge, kind of like, what is it, the art training grounds that like EQD's doing.
Don't give away all of our secrets. Don't give away our secrets. Shut up. Shut up. We're going to talk about that in the future weeks.
Hey, man.
Secrets. You got to keep some secrets.
Oh. Okay, moving on.
I didn't say anything. Apparently we're doing that.
All right, we got to move on, unfortunately.
Hey, familiar face.
Hey, so our next piece is called Crayon Art Crusaders, adorable name, by Silver Rain Clouds. And this is a crayon sketch of us.
Yay.
Adorable.
This one was actually one of the first ones that was sent in. She showed this to us like weeks and weeks ago, but she was too embarrassed to put it up until we finally convinced her to put this up.
Yeah.
But I think we mentioned when we first mentioned it, we were like, we don't care if it's like in crayon or whatever. So she said, all right, well then I'm going to make mine in crayon.
I like how it's a little sketch
so
of ponies. And then I've drawn a stick pony. I believe I drew Derpy.
Yeah, you drew Derpy.
Yeah.
You're so happy.
I know. I was going to say I'm easily the most adorable in this picture, but Fluttershy's cat face.
Flutter guys, cat face.
Fluttershy guys.
I said Flutter guy.
Also, your ear is pink. My bad.
What did you do? Why are you painting my
I
ear?
think you did that on purpose.
I didn't even notice that.
Did you not notice that before?
You're a pretty pink pony.
You dunce. Wait. Okay. Also, is there paint on Flutter Guy?
Yeah.
Like, does he?
Because
paint
he's sleeping. He was sleeping.
Did you paint me?
That's great.
Also, I love how you're like kind of embarrassed about your
I don't
painting.
want to show mine.
What did you draw? It's probably something for Pinky then.
I don't know.
Yeah, probably. I just don't care. I'm just gonna
But he didn't like it, so then I ripped it up.
I'm just gonna paint all you guys.
It was probably a smiley face.
It was happy.
It was a happy face, and then Piggy Dash didn't like it. So
He tore it down.
I like how my body is like the drawing.
yay!
Yeah.
Yay.
You're so cute.
God dang, I'm so
Yeah.
adorable.
So this is an example of like a more, I don't know if you'd say traditional medium, but like
Yeah, it's a traditional. It's crayon. It's,
Yeah.
it's physically crayons.
Well, no, because
and it's
most of
something
these
that we
so
don't
far have been
always see.
traditional because they're sketches. But
Did we
Yeah.
get more crayon art, or was this our crayon art selection?
we had
this
one
was-
more,
Crayon.
but I think that's
Oh.
coming later.
We had a pastel one. That was unique.
Yeah,
a few
we
pastel
did.
ones.
Okay,
Anyhow,
so the next
Thank you,
two,
Silver.
Yeah, Silver, that was awesome.
Love you.
The
Yeah.
next two, give me a second, I have to go to the other tab. The next two they're both made by the same person who sent it into our email but did not link to a DeviantArt thing. So it's by The Unknown Girl with a U. And they're just like little random sketches of us in weird poses slash... I don't know why
Hilarious
I'm a merpony.
That's the best part. The best part of these sketches is you as a merpony and then evil flutter guy.
And then Pinky
Like
Dash, I
evil
guess.
bully flutter guy, just like, hey. Oh my goodness.
come at me, bro.
And then Pinky Dash is
These are-
adorable. I don't know why I am in the background. Some kind of like
Pinky Dash, I
mysterious
guess.
No,
force
Pink
funny.
Dash.
Egophiliac makes an appearance
Yeah,
bottom
yeah,
left.
Philiac.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I wonder if this was like a
I love
sketch
the-
train or something.
Yeah, it's like a little sketch dump and then colored us and then threw it in there. But yeah, no,
Mhm.
Ego's down there. It's pretty adorable. And then so is Princess
Yeah.
Celestia. And then I like how she filled in empty space. It's like empty space,
With
exclamation
literally empty
point.
space.
this must have been because of the couple of episodes where we mentioned like negative space or empty space or
I like to think it was just
Whatnot.
some sketch dumps while she was doing, like watching the episode or something, you know, just bored.
Yeah, I like to imagine it that way.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was really cool. And then there's also the second picture that she made, which was a little bit more standard, I suppose. I'm a pony this time.
Her
Yeah.
like original style comes out a little bit more in this one.
Yeah.
I love how she writes cutie mark
Yeah.
Yeah, she wrote
She's
Cutie
super
Mark
right.
on Petey's,
Mark.
on Petey's flank.
on PD's flank. Yeah,
Apparently he's saying something like, what are you saying, but poisonous animals?
Yeah.
yeah.
Excuse me for a sec. God, I'm in the coughing phase of my sickness. But in one of the episodes, I think I wasn't there for that, or I don't remember. But he was like, you guys were like arguing, and Pinky Dash was like, "But there's poisonous animals in Australia or something." Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's true.
It was one
It's
of the
come to a
ones I
point now where we've
couldn't
been
make.
doing this so long I don't remember our own jokes.
Yeah, right. It was one of those little random like sub conversations that we were having in between like art, in between pieces of art, and you guys were talking about some kind of animal somewhere, and animals in Australia
Yeah.
like poisonous lizards. I don't remember.
Everything is poisonous in Australia.
Yeah, something like that.
when we
It's true.
when we first got this piece submitted to us, I think we talked about that, and I think we wanted to try and go back and find it, but I don't think we ever did.
Yeah.
But
So thank you
Yeah.
to the Unknown Girl for sending in those two pieces.
I like awesome.
'Cause they were- Yes.
I really want to like vector. I want to like vector. I want to like vector my pose or something, because it's super awesome.
it's so regal.
So the next one was also sent into our email. It's by Thratton, who has a DeviantArt, but apparently it's closed somehow. I don't know. He said he was having some issues with it, so we couldn't. So apparently he's thratton.deviantart.com, but I don't know. For now, we'll just say it's by Thratton, and it's a colored sketch of the four of us, and we look really awesome in this
Yeah.
one. I love this guy's style.
Yeah.
We're all
I love
holding out our
Burns'
laptops.
pose.
Hey.
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 I like the
Yeah.
fact that Burns' hair is
He
actually
needs
like a little bit
sunglasses.
disheveled.
Disheveled.
God damn it, disheveled.
Disheveled. not
Disheveled.
disheveled. We've been over this in a previous
Disheveled.
episode.
I hit you in the face with a shelf. That's why it's like that. Okay.
Oh goodness. No, I really like Flutter Guy's face. He's so happy to show off this what looks to be a crayon drawing.
Now, here's a curious question. We've had so many pieces of art on the show now. I wonder if that piece that is being shown is actually something that we've shown.
It
Yeah.
looks like
Yeah,
it could be
looks
like a
like-
Sonic
it
Rainbow.
looks like one of the Rainbow Dash Sonic Rainbow pieces.
Yeah, it looks similar to that. That'd be cool
It
if like
does.
he kind of included that.
Uh,
I like the little things. I like the little things that he added into this.
yeah.
Like for example, yeah, on the computers, like I've got my Cutie Mark on the computer and an
computers.
MLP Vector Club, and also a little Xbox controller.
I have a Luna.
Bird has
I
his
have a
cutie
Luna
mark.
laptop with my
And
Cutie
then
Mark
your-
sticker. Yeah, no, the stickers were a super awesome
I get
touch
nothing.
because you're like Xbox and you get a little Xbox controller.
Wait, sorry. Let me. I have to.
I got nothing.
Oh, that's really cool. So I just have to turn my... I'm literally upside down right now. Because on Burns' piece of paper, it says list of possible special guests. And I can't read what it says. I think the bottom says TNT.
And then
Yeah,
on mine
it
it
says
says
notes.
Mine it says Cutie Art Crusaders.
Oh, that's really cool. It says notes 1-1-13. So this is supposed to be us during this episode. Hey, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Ah,
Mm,
hey,
Maybe
that
that's
is
like,
cool.
It's supposed to be art of us on the computer.
weird. It looks like Rainbow Dash, though. Thank you, Threaten. That's really awesome of you.
Pinky Dash, like, I want to see.
Show me.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
That's awesome.
No, this is
is.
super awesome.
Yeah, thank you very much,
Super
Threaten.
awesome.
And hope you get your DeviantArt back soon so that you can put it up there and we can favorite
I love this style.
Yes.
it. Okay,
All
next
right.
one.
So our next piece is called "Merry Christmas CAC" by a brony artist. And I think this
Literally,
is-
his name is a brony artist. All one
yeah,
word.
it's not just like some random brony artist. He's a brony artist.
Maybe, yeah.
Why do people keep shipping Burned and Flutter Guy? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Why am
apparently.
I'm always
I don't
just, like,
know.
off to the
You guys
side,
look
trying
kind
to
of
push
shipped
my way
in
or
this
something.
too.
I guess so.
Yeah, we're kind of.
It's a
Touching
love
cheeks.
triangle in Pinky Dash is somewhere.
I'm just trying to barge my way in everything.
Actually, I think you're trying to set us up.
No,
I've
I've got. It's my magic.
It's like
Yeah, because you're holding the mistletoe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
it's
weird
weird.
that you
yeah.
noticed that.
I didn't notice that either.
Apparently, I'm missing something here, guys.
Wow.
Got some tension on the show.
I told you I'm the handsome Billy of this group.
You're not a filly. Get out, you.
maybe that's why Flutter Guy's so happy, but Burnt looks shocked.
What happened? When did I become a girl?
Oh god. This is what you get for having
very
feminine
nice.
OCs.
I guess that's true,
You
right?
get shipped with
Yeah.
us.
You'd get shipped either way.
Yeah, we would either way.
Don't know why I never get shipped.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh.
I'll ship you.
Stop
Oh,
waiting.
wait. Whoa.
I like the way that this person used the camera as like a medium. Like it's got the little cursor in the middle and then those four corners.
Yep.
Like it's an actual taking
And
a
the
picture.
battery's almost dead.
We're actually
Yes.
posing.
Yeah, the
we're
battery's almost
posing
dead.
for a picture. No, that's cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Burn, you need to work on your smile.
I'm sorry.
He's too straight faced.
Okay.
Okay.
I really wish we didn't have to move this fast, but this is literally
I know.
half of it, and we still have to move fast.
Yes.
So let's do this. All right. Next
This was super cute though.
This one,
Yes.
this one was by. There's actually 3 of these, and we're gonna do them kind of in order here. But it's by. Oh, someone please help me with this name.
Agamemnonzar.
Agamnenzar.
Yeah.
Agamnenzar. Okay, I'm gonna say that's the way I'm gonna do it. So
Send us a note with how to pronounce it.
yeah, Agamnenzar made 3 different things: 2 sketches and a vector. This first sketch is just kind of testing. I think this is what he used to test the poses, and it's some cute things like Flutter Guy, you're sitting down adorably, and we've all got really adorable faces.
Yeah, the faces are just amazing.
These are really
We're
clean
so
sketches.
happy.
love
I
them.
know.
But
Like,
I
how
want-
is this a practice sketch? It looks so good.
Yeah, I want to skip. I want to skip past these for a second because the next one's like the legit, like the one that he wanted to submit. I just wanted to include this one because I didn't notice this one, but he made this little sketch, this little practice one. So the next one is the one that was vectored, and this is like what he considers his final one. But this one, we're all standing around. We've got Cutie Art Crusaders capes, which is so cute and awesome. Like we've got a little like paintbrush as our emblem, and we've got all our final poses
Hey
there.
guys, we should commission someone to make us those.
Evergreen Northwest, we're all going to be wearing capes.
Yes.
But
with
all
gold lining.
of us here are adorable. I mean, Flutter Guy always comes out on top as the most adorable because
can't
look at his
help it.
giant eyes. Look at him.
I disagree. I think I'm the most adorable in this one.
I think.
Actually, yeah, I think
No, I think
you might be
I'm
right
the
there.
one.
Brent, shut up.
You're just angry.
we're all adorable.
God. But no, we're so going to have to use this more. Like we are going to have to make this
Yeah.
like our official Cutie Art Crusaders banner. And I'm so wearing a cape with a paintbrush on it now. to the next convention.
Can I just bring up the fact
Something I do want to point out with this one, which is really, really cool, is the way that he's done the background.
Yeah.
Like he's gone over the whole thing with like the side of stick of charcoal or something, like over the whole thing, and then he used an eraser and rubbed out a bit of it for the lines, and it looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
No, it's called.
It's really awesome the way you can do
what is
that.
it called? It's called subtraction. When you do that with charcoal in like a traditional medium, where you actually make the entirety of the paper like a medium tone, and then you can erase it to create your light values. And in this one, he actually is using
like
brown paper, which is kind of unique because what is it? In charcoal, sometimes they'll use kind of like a dark medium tone brown paper, and then they'll use black charcoal and white charcoal, and then mess with the value of just the charcoal, like erasing and using charcoal, and then they'll use the white charcoal to create the highlights. Okay, well, listening to that while editing, that didn't make a whole lot of sense. What I was trying to say there is that when working traditionally with charcoal, there's two methods. There's the additive method and there's the subtractive method. Additive method is you just normally drawing. It's a drawing with charcoal, or how you would draw with a pencil on paper. And then there's the subtractive method, which is where you cover your entire piece of paper in basically a neutral gray tone in between like your brightest value and your darkest value. So just gray on top of the entire piece of paper. You just cover it all with charcoal, and then you use your eraser to create your bright values. So you erase away from what you've covered the entire paper in, so you're subtracting away from the charcoal. And that's subtractive method. That's what I was trying to get to, and how I use the background. In the additive method, your brightest value is going to be your paper. It's going to be what you don't draw on. It's not going to be what you erase from. And when I was talking about paper, when you're working with charcoal, you can work with two different kinds of paper. You can work with white paper, you can work with brown paper. And basically, brown paper makes it so everything on your paper is a neutral tone, so that way you can get white charcoal and then fill in your brightest highlights with the white charcoal. Having white charcoal on white paper doesn't really work too well, hence the concept of like dark brown paper. But anyway, hopefully that makes a little more sense.
I really like how you can see the binding in this piece too on the right side. It kind of gives it that whole sketchbook feel.
It's really awesome too, because I know this person does ton of amazing sketches, and actually I'm not sure if this is true, so please don't quote me on this, but I believe we sent some emails back and forth, and this person didn't originally have it on DeviantArt because he or she didn't have a DeviantArt account, and we said you should make one, and so he or she has, and since then has made quite a few amazing sketches.
Yeah.
So I'd like to think we had some part in that.
Oh my gosh, I didn't see the vectors. Last time I looked at the DeviantArt, the vectors weren't uploaded. Holy cow, these are adorable.
The vectors are great.
I know, right?
These
They
are
very good.
adorable.
But they also made a vector of this exact one, which is all in color, and so the poses are changed a little bit if you flip back and forth between the two, but in general it's kind of a similar thing.
Yep.
Burns got a little bit less of a crazy expression.
Yeah.
But I like this because, like you said, we could use this as some sort of banner. So
Yeah, right?
that'd be really awesome.
Like, we are such fantastic Phillies in this. It's awesome. And all the stuff in this arts gallery. And it's a he from Poland. A Gremnensar. From Poland. No, this is, like, we can't even get over how adorable this is, and like how adorable the sketches and the vectors are. We are honored to have a piece of art done by this fine gentleman.
And it's really cool that the person is so good at sketching and vectoring too, because the vector was tremendously done as well.
I was going through their gallery, or his gallery, and just like, oh my gosh, like Philly Sibsy. What are you so adorable?
Yeah, a bunch of different things like that. That's really cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
It's kind of cool how you can see, like, because I'm guessing that the vector was a trace over his sketch.
Similar. A couple things have changed.
Possibly, yeah. But I'm guessing for the most part that he basically traced his sketch and then changed some things, which is kind of cool to see.
Exactly.
It's really cool to see artists when they'll like sketch in a traditional means and like to make their own, resources for vectors, because it's real hard to visualize something in like a vector sense, like using the user interface of like vectors and paths. It's really hard to visual something artistically, like visualize. So being able to sketch something that you want to make like originally, and then recreate it and like in a vector medium, is like a really awesome skill to have. Artist skill to have. It's always awesome to see artists do.
So thank you, Agam Netsar. I hope I'm not going to hope because I know I'm saying it wrong, but I think that's the closest we can possibly get without I don't know, transplanting another tongue into my mouth. Burn,
Okay.
please cut that out. Burn, please cut that out.
Nope.
Somebody do a fan out of that.
No, Burn,
The
no,
fan
I'm
art.
not
Oh,
doing
the
it.
fan art.
Oh, God.
Anyways, thank you again, Ensar, however
That's
you
actually
pronounce
coming
it.
up in the next episode.
However you
Fan out of fan art.
So,
Thank
Moving
you.
on.
You were awesome. We can't
So-
get over how awesome all these people were.
mhm.
God dang it,
Okay.
y'all are so adorable.
Okay,
All right, I'm closing
So our
it.
next piece
moving on.
is called Squishy Art Crusaders, again by Silver Rain Clouds.
Okay.
and-
I wanted to say something about this because
yes.
this is the style that she's using here. The squishy ponies is something that I sort of was the inspiration for because it's all my fault apparently, and it's something that I really, really love, and not very many other people do for some reason. I don't know, but I absolutely
so
adore it. They are
random.
adorable ponies.
It's so
Yes.
random.
They are so
Like
adorable.
ponies are squishy enough, and they're just worms with legs, and then you just take the legs out, and it's like, oh god, what are we? Like some kind of weird concoction of the Veggie Tales and something else. I don't know.
Okay.
But with this sort of minimalistic,
It's
no
adorableness
lines,
at its most simplistic.
no strokes. It's adorable.
Yes.
And again, Silver is a friend of the show, and she always says, "Oh, I hate it. It's so
So
bad.
bad.
It's not bad. It's adorable.
bad.
Yeah.
It's great."
I think Flutterguy's face in this one sums it up.
Fantastic.
I think your face sums it up.
My face.
Why are
maybe.
you hugging
Yeah.
me? What did I ever do?
My face went up.
Bird,
my
everyone.
face when I'm
Burn,
touching Burn.
Burn, you're just a
Everyone gets
handsome
chipped with
stallion. What can we say? You said it yourself, buddy.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, can we get some art of Burned and Pinky Dash shipping? There we go.
No. Oh god. Oh god. No. All right, cutting that out.
I'm sorry, Pinky Dash. I wasn't expecting Burn to be so insulting.
No, neither was I. I'm sad now.
Oh, the
Aw.
Ouch.
That's funny.
Aw. Poor guy.
Thank you, Silver, again. She also made the crayon
you.
one that we did before.
Yes.
Thank you very much. for
And
this.
our holiday icons from last episode.
Yes.
Yes.
Which, by the way, Burned,
Yes.
the Christmas icons, can you please use them again? Because they were just
Yes,
so
yes, I
adorable.
can. And I also have mistletoe
Let's use them again this episode.
on my antler. By the way, if you didn't notice,
Oh,
In the icon, yeah.
okay. Well, that's from... Okay. Whatever.
It's also
Someone
still
beat you.
snowing out, so it makes sense to.
Okay, next.
All right.
Okay. So the next one, sorry, let me do this one because this one's complicated. So, Burn's gonna edit these all together because there's 4 different pieces. There's 4 different pieces here. So basically, someone by the name of Mysterious Chaos, who we've known for a very, very long time, he made a giant, big kind of like collage of about, I think, 20 or 30 different people.
made them all as
that
Christmas
he
gifts.
Said, yeah, it was like Christmas
Yes.
gifts, and he said, you know, these are like people I either like admire or like people who've helped me or whatever, and the 4 of us were included in those kind of things. And so he made a big one which has everybody, which we're not going to show on here, but then he also made them all individual so he could send it to us. So these 4 together are 4 different individual pics. It's kind of hard to describe. But yeah, there are 4 pics by Mysterious Chaos. So
Yep.
thank you, Mysterious Chaos.
And they all have the cutie marks in the background.
Mhm.
They're all
kinda
awesome. I don't think they're all
Mhm.
like they're all recreations of shots from the show,
I like Pinky Dash's expression the most.
but they're all like original, like done with everyone's own OC and character, and there's a lot of originality put into it.
Look at
Yeah.
Piggy Dash. He's just so...
And
Blah.
they're
Yeah.
all classic. Yeah, they're all great.
I love it. He
I feel
kinda
like I'm
nailed the
looking
expression
at
on that
Pinky
one.
Dash, like what the heck? And the way I'm gonna have these collaged, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Because
I love all the expressions.
yeah, Rainbow Plasma's like just I don't know what Pinky Dash is doing, but
I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
Pinky Dash is doing his thing. He's just like, yeah, all right.
I'm probably full of myself again.
Apparently, from what I was told later on, Mysterious Chaos was told to, with my pose, stick your tongue out. And then he went with that.
That's awesome.
Someone.
Yeah, he messaged me on Skype actually, and we talked about
Oh, did he?
some poses. And I don't know if I was the one who suggested sticking your tongue out.
Blame Silver for the
Yeah.
expression.
I
As
I
it
blame
says
Silver,
in the
yeah.
comments, like, glad you like it. Blame Silver for your expression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
Adorable.
So those four will all come together, but they're separate in our favorites folder. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Mysterious Chaos.
Thank you. That looks so cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Next one.
Dang it. Why are we
Yep.
moving so quick?
No, that's fine.
Because we have to.
Because we
We're only
have
up to
to.
44 minutes.
Yeah. All right, so the next one, because nobody else is picking it up, the next one is called CAC Shenanigans, which already gets me top marks because he used the word shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
But he loses marks for having a name I can't pronounce.
Desh.
Dej.
Dash. I gotta go with Dash.
Dej.
It sounds like
Where are you
Dash.
from, Des?
We'll go with Dash.
You are from Australia. He's from
Oh.
Australia. Yes.
That
You
means he
should be
speaks
able to
English and
pronounce
has
that.
no excuse for having a username like that. Yes, so Dej,
Well, hi,
Dej sent us in this.
Australia.
And, this is a vector, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Vector.
We are lovely royalty
Yes.
We look like Alicorns.
Yeah, we do.
and or giraffes.
It's awesome. It's shenanigans. Like, why are you breaking us? Why are you riding on his back? It's like forwards, mush, into
I'm a huge
Narnia.
fan of random humor.
Because my wings are too big for me to use.
Equestria
That's why.
Hose.
Look at how big your wings are.
Oh,
They cover like your entire body.
I love the description.
It's okay. I love the fact because I'm a Pegasus. I love showing off my wings anyway. So I don't understand why you wouldn't if you had a Pegasus OC and not show off.
I
your
love-
wings, so.
I love the
Big wings
description
would be
too. It's like burned your hair. How do I? Your hair burned. How? That's the description.
I
It's
love
true,
I love
your
just
hair is-
random stuff. It's just so random, and I love that.
Yeah.
Goodness. This is amazing.
It's great. We love it.
Once again, we're adorable.
Why is he riding on your back? He's a Pegasus. He can fly.
I love my giraffe.
Why not?
Thank you very much.
Burn, you have a big butt there.
I do. I cannot lie.
I like big flanks and I cannot lie. You other bronies can't deny.
You need to lay off the hay flakes.
The other
That's
fillies,
right. I like it.
the other
I like
fillies can't deny.
God dang it, now I want that as fan art. I'm so greedy. I'm so
We
greedy and
gotta stop requesting
narcissistic.
fan art. We don't have enough episodes.
We have to stop saying that because
Oh,
people
goodness.
will make it. It's
We're
happened.
gonna have a spin-off show that's just fan art.
Oh God, how narcissistic is that?
Do you remember that Joey Darkbeat sketch with Rarity?
Yes.
Yes.
The one that we can't show on the show.
I'm gonna make a vector
Thanks,
of that
Bernd.
now. It's me.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Thank you.
On that note,
Thank you, Desh.
Yeah, no, thank you,
thank
man.
you, Dash.
On that note,
It's
let's
awesome.
move on to the next one, which is again something that we just sort of spouted
Silly
off
and
in an
we love
episode once.
This was okay. I'll introduce it because this is my thing. So this is Cutie Art Ice Cream Faces by DualShock. And so it was like 4 or 5 episodes ago. I guess it was like a month and a half now. And during a question segment, we were talking about ice cream, and I said just as kind of like an offside joke comment, I said, "Hey, could someone draw fan art of us as ice cream?" Because somebody messed up their sentence, I think, and they said something about like us being ice cream, and so we all laughed, and I was like, "Could somebody draw us as ice cream?"
Every question always turns into a life story because I turn it into something more philosophical. Like, what does this say about you? So it's like it was when we were talking about what like flavor. Oh, it was because Fluttertree sent in the question, wasn't it? So we were expecting it to be what
Fluttertree
flavor of
sent in
ice
the
cream would you
question.
be.
Yeah. What flavor of ice cream would you be? So we're all ice cream here,
Yeah.
and it's I love, and also wait, this is also a shout out to the spoilercast that we did like 2
I was
episodes
just about to
ago.
say that.
Mm-hmm.
This was the spoiler cast that we had where I mentioned it was the Wonderbolts Academy episode because I said I love AJ's face, and he actually used AJ's face like to make my expression. So I have AJ's
That's
face that I love.
fantastic.
That's great.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I love the
Or
whole
ice
idea.
cream.
of
Like
the whole ice
you're
cream
so not amused because of that AJ's face. It is so not
Also,
amused.
it's like I'm on the bottom of this pile, and all of you are dripping on me.
Get your flavors off of me.
Careful, you're gonna get some burn
And
in you.
I love the fact that when you go to when you first go to this DeviantArt page for this, for some reason it's huge, and all you see
Yeah,
is my
it's
face.
like some kind of gelatinous octopus thing. Oh my goodness.
Someone draw us as octopuses. Wait,
Stop
Flutter
it.
Guy again is
Stop it all.
ridiculously cute. And again, Flutter Guy is adorable.
Typical.
I can't help it.
You're an adorable flavor of ice cream.
Okay, moving on to the next one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DualShock also made another one called Cutie Art Crusaders Ice Cream Taste Testers, and this included
This
the
one
last
I
one.
think this is unique. I think this one because no other one has any of the main six in it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
This
true.
even has Pinkie
So
Pie.
this one is special for like 3 or 4 different reasons. First of all, it uses the ice cream flavors that were in the last one. So like
new flavors.
Like yeah, if you look in the background, we're all new flavors of ice cream.
Wait, so how does this happen? If we're there buying the ice cream and the pictures are up the back, do we get abducted in this and then like turned into ice cream?
That's what's going on.
I think it just means that we get free
all
ice
the
cream.
the ice cream that
clones
Pinkie
of
Pie
us.
is handing us is full of roofies.
I also
You
just
can't
noticed
say that. You can't say that.
We're a PG
Bird.
show.
How is roofies not
It's full of sleepy drugs.
You can't say
sleeping
that.
potion? Excuse me. Yes, for the
There
kids.
you go. That's
God. You can't say that.
It's an ice cream potion.
Oh my
It
goodness.
turns us all into
Let's move on to
gelatinous.
cookie
There's nothing
dough
not
ice cream.
PG about.
Yes.
Oh, whatever. Never forget it. I'm not gonna get into this out. This is fantastic.
Look, I'm eating cookie dough ice cream. It's a dream come true.
Oh my god, this has turned into such a reoccurring
Then why are you
joke.
looking at me?
I know. When did I severely regret admitting that I like cookie dough ice cream because it's become a joke.
I like
every
how
single
it's like
week
an
since
entire gallon of it too.
Yes.
then. Hey, I have not had cookie dough ice cream in like a
When's
year.
in, like, a
and-
coffee
and,
cup,
like all of
which is
this
cute.
mention of it has made me crave it so badly. I think when I go back to university, I'm just
some.
gonna go out to the store and I'm gonna buy myself like a big tub of cookie dough ice cream and then like take a picture of me eating it.
Like crying, like watching
Sit
The
in the
Notebook
corner
or
and
something.
eat
Please
it,
do.
yeah.
Sit on a couch and watch Sex in the City or something.
You kidding me, Gilmore Girls?
That's where it's at. No, it was Gossip Girl that finished.
I like how happy
No.
Fluttershy looks to see Flutterguy.
Yeah.
I like to think Twilight Sparkle's looking
about
at me.
that.
But maybe I'm just weird.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh man,
All right.
Also, your face looks adorable in this
Thank you.
burned.
I try my best.
Your
Tongue out.
tongue is sticking out. Yeah.
Enjoying those roofies, apparently.
All right. On that note,
Wait,
let's
since
move
when is
on.
ice cream meant to be crunchy? All right, moving on.
goodness.
So our next piece is called CAC Stained Glass Window by Quantum Zari, who I think is Zari in the Everfree chat.
Yeah, I think Zari. We see Zari quite a bit in the Everfree chat, I believe.
Yeah, which is
We
awesome.
might be wrong.
If we're wrong, we're sorry.
I think this one was, according to the description, was meant to be crayon, but it's vector.
Yeah, he had some problems with the scanner.
Regardless,
But
still
this-
awesome.
I like
And I
this.
believe
Yeah.
he made a DeviantArt for this occasion as well. I do believe.
That's cool.
Let me double
Oh.
check. DeviantArt for 1 month.
Incorrect.
So, I guess I'm false.
Incorrect.
No, you're off.
Oh. Okay, but he says on his Deviant ID, he says, "I blame the Cutie Art Crusaders for almost all of this." So I think our show did motivate him, but I think
Regardless,
I don't
we're
think it
glad
was
that
a
you did
fan
make
art.
a DeviantArt
I don't think it took much
because
That's awesome. That's awesome that we could affect you that much that you want to start doing art.
and your vectors
Yeah.
are awesome. So keep it up.
Yeah, this vector, the stained glass, it's tremendous considering you just started.
And he has a lot more
Yeah.
awesome vectors too in his gallery with like Apple Bloom and
Yeah.
Luna. Good stuff.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
stuff.
I love that. Like the difference of this versus like other styles of art that we've received, because this is like well, I mean, it's stained glass, so it's not like your typical scene.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like, with this stained glass, it's kind of, show accurate in the sense that this could be a stained glass inside the castle, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say
You just Canadian there. For a second.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
straight up
it's
Canadian.
Canadian.
Oh my goodness, Celestia. That was a moment
man.
It's
that
not
I
a big deal. I say
that
A all
was
the
a
time. I
moment
just
we
don't
will
say it
never
on the
forget.
show.
That was
You do
hardcore
say
Canada.
A
I
now
like
and
that.
then, but you normally you say it sarcastically. Like that was just straight up right out of Canada. You said it as yes, like as a version of yeah, because you were just like, oh my god, I can't even right now. I just my smile is so
Okay.
big.
So
That
thank you,
is
Quantum
going
Zari,
down
for that.
in the CSC
Thank you,
history
Pinky
book.
Dash, for moving the conversation along.
I blame you for that Canada right there.
Yes.
I'll see you in the chat, sorry.
Oh man.
Thank you, Zari.
It's adorable. I love it.
Let's move on. We're running out of
Can we
time.
move
Oh
on to
my
the next
goodness.
Oh god.
Because the next one's funny. Can we move on to the next one?
Yeah, you do it.
Okay. So the next one is called Pinky Burn Dash Connery, CAC Holiday 2012 fan art by Purple Prowess 48.
This guy wins the award for longest freaking title.
I forgot about this one.
Hey,
Okay, so this one
You just
this one
killed
requires a
Burn.
lot of explaining. So may I just explain this one for a little bit? So
Do it.
Purple Prowess 48 is somebody that who sends in a lot of stuff to our Twitter account, which I run. There are like 2 or 3 people that are always like sending messages back and forth on the Twitter account. And Purple Prowess actually submitted this to our Twitter account. And we've had him on the show before actually because he is Tiago Monterio on Twitter, which was the person when we showed that we cut in a little piece of Twitter. I think back. Oh, geez. It was one of our interviews. I think it might have been Egophiliac. We cut in his Twitter into the thing. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't remember, and I'm too lazy to look through my phone. But we've seen him before, and he's also active on Twitter, which is awesome. So this piece is based off of
all of our jokes.
it's based off of an episode, the episode that Burned was missing, the Crystal Kingdom episode, not the Crystal Empire, the Crystal Kingdom one, where I because Burned was gone, everyone was forced to talk more, and I dug myself into a hole.
Keep digging that hole, man.
Pinky Dash is dressed up as Burned.
Because
even the
Guy is
mustache.
at-
Look at the mustache.
Oh, I don't have a mustache. Well, I guess I do. I have a goatee, but it's like a full thing. I don't have just a mustache.
And Flutter Guy is advertising the new show, the Pinky Dash and Flutter Guy show.
Oh my god.
I
That's
love
our
these
other
ones with
spin-off
references
show.
in them. It's so
I
good.
want a
Yeah, great.
burned hat. I want a me hat.
And then weren't you? Like,
I'm so not
also
approving of
commenting
this.
on it?
What was it? There was.
Weren't you? Weren't you also commenting Rhomoplasma?
Oh no, I
that,
have a
Burned
mustache
was like
because I have
the
a
glue.
mustache because I'm Sean Connery.
Oh right.
Because your Burned impression sounded like Sean Connery.
Oh my god. Oh yes, I'm burned.
And then Rainbow Plasma, you commented
Can
how
you-
Burned
can you
was like
redo
the
the
glue
me
that held
impression,
us
please?
together, and
No.
yeah.
Oh,
I don't
No,
even.
you're
I
gonna have to go back and
didn't
listen to
know
that.
We'll have a flashback. I'll splice it in. Oh,
Good luck with that.
I like how my
Burned's editing
like
again
the
this week.
ear is like taped on. You look so sir-like too. You're just like, yes, art and fancy stuff. Yes.
I imagine that if Pinky Dash were to like act as Burned, he would do that. He'd be like, yes, all the fancy stuff, lighting and value.
I'm going to wear the fancy pants this episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I love these things with the references. in
I
them.
like how Burned is coming out of
Well,
the
first off,
Yeah, his hair's coming out of it. It's
I
too
think-
long. Burned. Cut it.
I think
cut it.
It's like he's
amazing.
looking at his own hair, being like, "Oh, you're too long."
I think it's amazing how disapproving I look during this piece because I couldn't watch that episode. There were so many things that I wanted to comment on. Like, how did that not look like snow? That was snow. Dang it. And then they were like talking about
Oh yeah.
Don't
it
you
was
start
that
the
with
episode.
digital medium of the with like Rainbow Dash and the Crystal Kingdom like holding the flag, and it was a transparency of the digital medium, but you guys wouldn't talk about like the brushes and the just flip this table.
Burned.
Can't no.
Burned.
No.
Burns
Get
ranting
back in
again.
the cage.
Should I get you the key?
I even wrote it down on my notepad. I have it here in my notes. The stuff that I wanted to
He's got
say
angry
about
scribbles.
the stuff that you didn't cover in the episode.
Stupid.
Whatever. Wait,
No, we're not.
Here it
getting
is.
to
Like
that.
it is like
No,
the scribbles of our faces with
Crystal
stupid and an
Kingdom.
arrow pointing to us all.
oh my god, I have like a whole
somebody
page.
wrote
I have like a whole page of notes. Oh, whatever. I give up.
All right, we have one more.
All right. Yes.
So we have to move on.
So-
Thank you, Purple Prowess 48, for that piece.
It is so fantastic.
And for
I love the
that
reference.
little story.
freaking
there.
hilarious. There's so many relevant things to our episodes.
Our final piece for today
Just
Oh.
for
is
today.
something by. What? Sorry. What were you interrupting me for?
Just for today.
Would you like to go ahead?
Just
Yes.
for today.
There's more fan art.
Thank you. I'll go over that in a minute. Let me finish. Okay. So the final piece of fan art for today is something called "Pose as a Team" by Datomne. Love of God. And this one is another stained glass, and this style is so interesting and so unique. And I just love it. That's really all I can say about it.
This fine artist, he is from the Netherlands, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And before we go into this piece, I just want to say real quick, I am a huge fan of this artist. Like, I've been looking at all the stuff on his DeviantArt. He loves to do
ambigrams.
really unique styles and testing like different mediums and things of different
abstract,
abstract artists, or and like I believe he even goes as far to quote like what artist style he is imitating in his descriptions. Yeah, when he does stuff about cubism and like stained glass windows and abstract, like his abstract derby, and he's super adventurous in trying different unique stuff in his art, and I think that's awesome, and I think that's a great example for anyone who like is like an aspiring artist to go and try things that are way out of your comfort zone or super unique, and this artist is a great example of that. And there's so many cool things.
Major props.
And he also does amazing ambigrams, which is not pony.
And he does a great job of it too, because he has so much practice in trying like unique styles of different artists. There's like 5 pages in his DeviantArt gallery. Definitely go check this artist out and check out some of his stuff for just ideas, or even just because it's impressive.
And this one is super cool just because of the way that it's done, like the outlines, and the fact that the outlines are not they connect through different ponies. So not only is there like a gap in between the colors, which makes it really cool, but like for example, if you're to look at here, let's find one. The bottom of Pinky Dash's front hoof connects with Flutterguy's rear leg, and by the same token, my hair connects with Burns where they overlap. And it just like this piece looks, it looks very good. It's very pleasing to the eye initially. And he said he wanted to make a piece where all of our cutie marks were shown off and we were all kind of equally in the picture. But if you really take a closer look at this is fantastic intentional design choices that I think people should look into, because it's amazing.
And like I was saying, how he tries different styles, I'm not sure, but I want to think that it's reminiscent of if it were an actual real stained glass window, where your hair joins my leg and like the outlines kind of go like that, because I believe that when you're using lead to bind glass together, that is sometimes what they would do, is they would combine outlines like that. But I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Yeah, no, I was actually going to bring that up if you didn't, because like that kind of stuff, and also leaving the gap between the outline and the fill color kind of makes it look like real stained glass.
There's a bunch of really, really unique style choices in it, like Pinky Dash's wing, how it's just like a straight up curlicue. And then like my eyes, if like I'm the only one with 2 eyes, or no, Rainbow Plasma has 2 eyes in the picture. But how like my first eye is just 2 circles, and the second one is like 1 spiral with like just the yellow showing.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I just wanted to point out something. I know we're not a generic art episode this week, but I still wanted to point something out because this is really cool. One of his vectors that he's done is Rainbow Dash, but the entire image is 1 stroke. There's no stopping stroke. It's 1 stroke. Yeah, it's really cool.
Would you like to say what piece that is, so that we can understand what the heck it is?
I'll link it.
He did the abstract.
Is it it's this one
stuff too.
It's like one continuing stroke. So I mean, what you should do is people who are listening to this podcast. I think it would be really nice as a way to kind of have us thank these artists for sending in fan art to us. If you could go and check out some of their pages, we were surprised. I don't want to say surprised because I feel like that's insulting, but we were pleasantly surprised at not only the quantity but also the amazing quality of all the people who watch our show. We didn't know that so many amazing artists watched our show, and people like Datomne.
Yeah.
people like Datomne are great artists that we never heard about before. That have sent us in amazing stuff, and also just also the compliments that you guys have sent in as well. Reading the descriptions, it's been very heartwarming.
I think like the biggest thing for me is seeing in like the deviation description that like we've actually helped people along with their art career. It's like we don't even know what we're doing half the time, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that we can help out.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to think that we kind of know what we're doing, but at the same time, we're not.
Yeah.
It's weird because we're always trying to be casual while we're teaching people, but the fact that we can get those lessons through as well is really valuable. Not just entertaining people, but also educating people is really awesome.
I try my
Yeah.
best to keep the show as educational as possible and bring random
And we try
junk
our best to
that,
make sure that you can.
yeah, random junk that I bring back from art class or look up on sometimes Wikipedia of all places, just because I'm just trying to find something educational. But
So,
Well,
that is the end of all of our first half.
First half.
First
half.
First half.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we just point that out? It took us. We're now over an hour, about an hour and 5 minutes, and that is the first half.
And we went through way
of
too
the-
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we had to. We
And
have to do
I
it.
mean, in the
unfortunately.
next one,
Yeah,
we've got some
unfortunately.
pretty amazing digital art.
We did not. Okay, I can't say that joke because that's inappropriate. But we did not spend all of our money in one place, and so I look forward to next week as well because and I understand how some people might be a little bit turned off by the fact that it's all about us, but like I said, the quality is astounding, and I think you really will enjoy these pieces just from like an artistic standpoint. Because it's spectacular.
We're all
There's a couple.
amazing
There's a
artists.
couple that were featured in Equestria Daily's Draw Friends.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I
such
think
good
we're,
artists that they're featured in Equestria Daily. I'd like to point this out. I did not get featured in Equestria Daily until after my OC had been featured in Equestria Daily.
Yeah, me.
I think we're also some of the very few OCs to be in a draw friend on Equestria
Yeah,
Daily,
they've got
which
pretty
is
strict standards
amazing.
when it comes to OCs.
Yeah.
So, if it means that you guys have been doing such great art that they've looked past that, like, holy cow. But that's enough sneak preview of next week because we've got some fantastic stuff coming up next week as well.
Yep.
So, I mean, I guess we could do the plugs really quick.
Do we want
There's-
to bother with the plugs?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I
don't
guess.
think so.
Probably not.
I think we're gonna skip the plugs this week as kind of a thank you and just say thank you to everyone who sent in fan art.
We're gonna thank you by shutting
Thank you.
up.
Basically. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting this whole experience and like this what has come from what I thought was just a simple, hey, perhaps if you're bored, send us in some stuff. What's come out of this has really helped us see how much of an effect we had, and because we know now, like it. We have numbers we can look at, and there's little ratings that you can have, like, oh, we're getting this many views, maybe we're doing it right, or we're getting this many viewers in the live stream or whatever, and we get to talk to people personally there. But I don't think it really hit us until we got this kind of response where we got almost 50 pieces of art sent in.
It's
just
still
like,
mind
what?
blowing.
So yeah.
What happened to shutting up?
Thank you guys for this. All right. On that note, I guess we're not going to do plugs. So,
Bye.
Let's wrap up.
do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I mean, stick around. Next week will be part 2 of our fan art episode, and then we've had some. This is the new year, and we're planning some really exciting stuff in the new year that Burned kind of spoiled already.
Oops.
Thank you, Burned.
But these fan art
we-
things have kind of helped us see that we want to have more
Definitely.
interaction with our fans.
We
in
loved
general.
getting
Yeah.
such a huge response by all of our fans that we wanted a way to interact with you more, and I will try not to spoil any more ways that we want to interact with you guys, the fans, like more in future episodes and more in future episodes to come. But
Yes, we're thinking of ways in which we can work with you
Interact
guys
with
and
you
feature
more.
you guys more. And that's
Yeah.
all we're saying.
Yeah.
sorry, I love everyone.
Stick around for the spoiler cast, by the way.
Love all
after
of our
this,
fans too much.
if you're.
Yes, we keep forgetting to mention this, but we're still doing the spoiler cast after every single episode, so stick around after that.
Yep.
And thank you guys for watching. This has been Cutie Art Crusaders episode 27. If you stuck around this long, then I don't know why, because it's just pictures
Thank
of
you.
The first best episode ever.
us. Followed shortly by next week's second best episode ever. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next
Bye.
week.
We love you.
Bye. Hello and welcome to the 7th Cutie Art Crusaders spoiler cast for episode 9 of season 3, Spike at Your Service. This was a really different episode.
Wait,
At least
you almost got it. You're so close. You're so close. But and actually, you know what? I should point out that I also made the same mistake. But this episode, we forgot
Right.
to introduce ourselves.
our names. Yeah. I'm Flutter Guy 317.
I'm Rainbow Plasma.
Remember, no one.
And we're missing Pinky
And-
Dash, unfortunately.
He had to go because he made
to go see The
plans
Hobbit.
like a
Mhm.
dummy.
I know. Who does that? Who makes plans?
I know. So yeah, sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to make sure we got our names in there because we forgot to during the episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. So anyhow, this is a spoilercast for Spike at Your Service, and this was a very Byrne was saying before we started recording this that it was a very different episode, or at least a different feeling episode.
Yeah.
Do you want to get that out of the way, Bert?
Oh yeah, no, I was saying that it feels really different from any of the previous episodes or seasons. Like the seasons up till now and the third season has been kind of like nice. They haven't been like super different. I guess that's not very descriptive, but this episode by far was just way different in how it played out, how like characters interacted and how scenes played out, and it was much more cartoony. I mean, but the point being, it was really different from like season 1 and season 2 My Little Pony. Like season 2 My Little Pony was a little bit different than season 1, but it wasn't super different. But it was still different. And then season 3 by far is quite different than season 2. And like, I think it's a good thing. I think it's nice that it's changing season by season by season. I think it's more interesting and more fun than having it be the same thing every season. But I kind of miss that nice, subtle enjoyment that you would get from watching something like the first season, and how, you know, like the story arc from the very beginning episode to the ending episode and all that. But it's always the first season's always there, you know, it's never gonna go away. So
Well, were
But-
you here for the Wonderbolts episode? Spoilercast? Yeah, because that started showing a little bit of season continuity, and I think Twilight's studying right now for the same kind of overarching thing. I mean, it's not as
it's a lot more subtle.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot more subtle.
Yeah.
Like straight up the gala. But
It'd be cool to have something like in the final 2 episodes where they kind of tie everything she's been doing during the season all together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because she hasn't had an episode, has she?
No, not this season. I mean, I suppose
what
you
did
could call the premiere. Well,
yeah.
Well, no, but that doesn't count.
yeah.
Like, I mean, like in the in-between episodes, in the slice of life episodes, she hasn't really had one.
no.
Well, no, yeah, I guess the point I was trying to make, and I made poorly, was that it's just really different from the original, you know, series, and how it was really more subtle. It was definitely for a younger audience, and it was much more pleasant, and you got a lot more feels from it. Can't think of the right word, but it was just there for like simple enjoyment. And then like this season, there's so many like crazy things going on and crazy things happening, and it's pretty awesome. Like everything from like Applejack getting blown up with a that like air thing. Pinkie Pie's exploding in the last episode, and then the hoof bump was really subtle, and that was cute.
Yeah.
I think Slaughter was talking
I
about this
think
while we were watching
that like the characters themselves were played out pretty much within character, like you know, in continuity with the season 1 and season 2 and up to this point. But I think
There's Go
I
ahead.
think you're right in that the situations in this episode were like, I don't know, they just felt different than in
Yeah.
previous episodes.
They were a lot more action-packed and cartoony and like unbelievable and unrealistic. Like when the balloon gets let free and like he's doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Like that's straight up cartoon, like slapstick that was kind of non-existent. Like it was definitely there, but it was pretty much non-existent in like the first season. Like I don't know if you remember the Applejack in the first season episode 3 or something.
Yeah.
When she's working herself too hard, I forget the name of the episode.
Yeah, I think that was.
But when she is like getting really tired and hauling apples, and then she like gets stuck in that little wedge of the hills, and she's like upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was super subtle and cute.
Lost internet.
But in this one, when it comes to like funny predicaments, it's like Spike
It's
getting
exaggerated.
flung
kinda.
across. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Spike getting flung across the entire like Ponyville.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of sick, so I'm kind of incoherent, but I don't know if the points I'm trying to make is making any sense. But.
No, it is. Also, we're going to pause right here because Rainbow Plasma's internet is derping.
Okay.
So we'll
God damn it.
wait for you.
Ugh, I apologize.
Yay, you're back.
I apologize. I was noticing that my internet was flopping out.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, sorry. Where were we?
So
Oh, I was incoherently rambling.
Bern was saying something about how the situations are more exaggerated in this season.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a simpler person, so I enjoy that, and I've enjoyed all of season 3 tremendously more than I guess a lot of people have. I mean, I enjoyed first season, second season. That's why I'm here, right? But the third season has just been so. I don't know. It's just been. I don't want to say it's funnier or it's better in any way, but I just kind of. It's more overtly funny as opposed to like clever funny. It's more like laugh out loud funny as opposed to that was cool funny.
Yeah. But they still have moments like that, like when Rarity's poking at her sink plumbing in the when Spike like blows up her sink.
Yeah, there's even like there's just like a lot more subtle, like everything's more in terms of like comedy. I think it's a more comedy focused thing.
And that could come from the fact that they only have like 13 episodes, pack with.
But I also think it comes into the fact, like in terms of characters, first season is introduction, second season is starting to get into that depth of character, exposing their flaws and seeing them grow together and individually. And then this third season, it seems like they're all kind of comfortable with each other and they're all having fun, and this is just kind of like life right now, and they're having a good time, and stuff comes up, but. In general,
character interaction is a lot less subtle than in the first season. Like it's super transparent when they're talking to each other. Like when Rainbow Dash was ranting about her novel she's writing, and then like what is it? Rarity is just like, oh, how did you ever come up with that idea? Like, how they interact with each other is a lot more blunt, and it's kind of nice because it was super subtle and non-existent. And
it's an interaction.
Our first season.
Yeah. Go on. Are you done?
I'm waiting for Bird to go on.
I know.
What? That was my point.
Oh,
it was
okay.
non-existent in the first season.
Yeah.
Like there was what is the episode with? I don't know if that was the first season. The episode when they had the slumber party.
Mm-hmm.
Was that first season or second season?
That was first. Was
so
that
bad.
first season?
I haven't gone and watched
I actually
season.
don't.
It's first season. It's first season. It's absolutely first season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that, like it was super transparent. But I mean, that was the point of the episode, is like how they conflict. And so, like, it was there, and it was consistent. But I don't get as much feels than I do in the first season. I suppose that's a different point. I'm terrible at this whole point thing, but...
Yeah, you are. So can I make mine?
Yeah,
yes,
go
for
on.
Okay, cool. I've completely forgotten it now, so let's talk about something else. Rainbow Dash is apparently her own fanfic writer.
Yes.
Which is hilarious.
I kind of want to go off what Bern was saying just really quick, is that I feel like their interaction with each other is more natural now. Like it would be like interaction between friends.
Aha! I remember. Yeah, it's like interactions. It's they're now good friends, and they kind of when they make pokes at each other, it's no longer like learning each other. It's more like pokes, like we know this is how you are, so
yeah,
the kind of stuff that we do on the podcast.
Yeah.
So, get this. My friend opened the door super slowly, poked his head in, looked at me recording, and slowly slunk back out. Now they're humping each other on my floor. What's up?
Are you done?
Anyway, I'm recording. Shut up for a second.
Just kick him out of your room.
Go on.
This is the most fucking haphazard spoiler cast I've ever been on.
I know.
Yeah, this is awful.
And I made this shit.
Yeah, you are. Thank God you're editing this week.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Okay. So I mean, enough looking at in depth. Can we talk about funny stuff?
Yes.
Look, okay. If you want in depth stuff, then go to the Everfree episode review.
Which
Okay, let's talk about fun stuff. Okay, I like this about the episode was really fun. I've preached this the entire season, but I like episodes in which all of the main 6 interact. Maybe not as like all of the main characters, but in this episode, Spike was the main character, and yet all of them interacted in some way or another. I like it.
Mm-hmm. And Pinkie Pie.
They were just doing this for
mustache.
fun. This is spoilers. I'm trying to be serious.
That was so funny. That was so funny.
Applejack,
I love that.
one more question.
I love the humor that's like no words. The no words humor.
Yeah.
So when they had the interaction between Applejack and Pinkie Pie, I was just like, Applejack, yes, mustache, no. That's comedy. That's great.
I also like that her little plan that she had drawn up of how to get Spike to save Applejack's life with the
stick ponies. Yeah.
the wasp's nest and the
Oh yeah, yeah, that's great.
yeah.
That's great.
You are not
I'm trying to remember back to this episode because this is one of those episodes that never a dull moment.
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's always something that can make me laugh and isn't interesting on the screen. But I'm it's weird. It's like I'm having difficulty remembering certain things.
Yeah. Well, something that we notice and a lot of people notice is that like the Timberwolves are rendered in 3D software.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 3D as opposed to 2D.
Yeah. I don't
Which is
know.
really interesting.
They weren't true to the show style. I noticed that, but I let it slide.
It's
But
it's
but they
cel-shaded.
fit in really well.
Yeah.
They did.
It-
And I mean, as much as we noticed it, I think they didn't match the style, but they put a style in place on top of that 3D so that it could get as close as it could possibly be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wonder. I'll have to take a look at the last episode that there were Timberwolves because I don't know. Maybe they were
Well,
3D rendered in that too.
No, they weren't. They were actually like done in Flash, and they were done traditionally.
Yeah.
And they definitely showed a lot more in 2D. Like it was like a front shot or a side shot, and them like running. And it was a lot more subtle, and they were done show accurately. Like the strokes were all done like, Flash wise. And in this one, it was way more dynamic with everything crazy going on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I mean about how it was like super different than the first season. But I mean, that kind of evolution isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
The big Timberwolf, when they all formed together into one, was actually in Flash.
Yeah, and that
So
was
they changed it from 3D
that
to
was,
2D.
Okay, was he done show accurately? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Yep,
Cool.
he was.
That was kind of ridiculous when he's choking on a pebble. He's like, "Oh, hold on, hold on,
Oh, just
and just
one
dies,
second,
just
just one
explodes.
second.
Yeah.
I like that little subtlety. It's just like, you know what, I'm a menacing monster thing, but just give me 1 second here.
I'm kind of
That
choking on
felt-
the rock. You know.
That felt kind of true to the whole like previous seasons where like even really big monsters kind of take a like not even like a childlike setback or
a goofy kind of
Yeah.
view to
what
him.
is it like the what is it in the first season Dragon Shy when the dragon like it's this big portrayed as this big monster and then in the end he's like, oh, she kicked me.
Yeah.
And he's just another human, just another person.
And same with like
Yeah, like
the-
Fluttershy
not
gets up in
human,
his
but
face
you
and
know
he's
what I
just
mean.
like,
Yeah.
okay.
He's another sentient being with feelings. He's not just some big monster, you know.
Yeah.
Even the Manticore was played off that way in like the first F2 episodes of the first season.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's like, oh, there's a thorn in my paw.
Mhm.
Everything is like so. I don't want to say like. I can't think of the right term or word.
Well, okay, here's a good example. So recently in the Vector Club, we changed one of our folders names from villains to antagonists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the difference between a villain is just some sort of placeholder thing that is supposed to be just evil and that's it. And I think an antagonist is someone with character and good development who is opposing the protagonist.
Yeah.
So it's got more depth. So I think the show is very good at showing antagonists as opposed to just villains. Even though everyone uses the word villain, I think the villains, quotation marks, that are being shown on the show are actually more antagonists.
There's very few like true villains in the show. I think I know well, I guess you could consider Discord a villain.
Chrysalis. No, because Discord's got that funny air to him.
Yeah.
He's got that jokey air to him. I think he's more of an antagonist. I think maybe Chrysalis,
and Sombra.
maybe Nightmare Moon. But Nightmare Moon is a part of Luna, so if you consider them together, then not so much.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sombra, I guess, is a villain.
Yeah.
Like, there's still some true monsters, you know. Like, what is it? The Hydra is a true monster.
Yeah.
It had no redeeming qualities.
I don't know if you could
was
consider
kinda-
it
it was kinda
a
goofy.
villain though, because it's kind of in its nature.
I just mean
Yeah.
monster-wise, because I kind of made the point of how like even some of the monsters are dulled, like the dragon or the manticore.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
I mean, like, what is it? The cockatrice, the stupid
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah,
snake.
even that's funny.
Yeah.
It was like all
And I think that's really good to do in a children's show because again, it's a children's show.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to be able to do that and kind of give it like nothing. There's very few things that are like true evil, especially like things in nature. Like you wouldn't, they're not true evil, and that's the way the show is kind of displaying them as.
I'm curious because I know this is a bit off track, but I know Lauren Faust was a big fan of like the first generation of My Little Pony, and like I've heard from a lot of opinions that the best thing that show had going for it was the villains, and so I'm curious of how that transferred from her version and view of like season 1, and how she went around going about antagonists and villains, monsters. Maybe
Well,
irrelevant.
I mean, I'm of the personal opinion that I really like the villains, but I think people fawn over them a little bit too much. We have too many fantastic characters in the show
Yeah.
to forget about when all of a sudden a villain comes up for one episode. But people can do what they want. I know that's just my own personal opinion. You know, I liked Discord, but I didn't think he was like the god of the show and the best character ever.
Mhm.
You know, I liked Nightmare Moon, but you know, at the end of the day, I still like the main six more than like any of the villains that we've seen. So
Yeah.
Discord is planning on coming back for the second season, right?
You mean
first of all, third season. Second of all,
Third
yes,
season.
probably.
We think.
It's not been confirmed, but John Delancey has said he's worked on the show. So
That's cool.
duh.
I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah. By the way, that's a future spoiler cast.
That's not even a spoiler though, because like it's so like
It's
he's come out and said it
blatantly
like so
obvious.
many times, and
Yeah.
it's also not guaranteed either. It's not like a true spoiler. It's like speculation.
Yeah, because he
Fair enough.
he also did the voiceover for the Naughty or Nice award commercials, so he could have just been talking about that, or
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're not sure. So we'll see.
Could be a number of things.
So yeah, overall, I thought the episode was pretty good. I enjoyed
I liked it.
You know, I thought it was good.
We talked
nice.
last week.
Huh?
So,
did.
you want-
Lot
we
of
talked
talking.
last week about the fact that last week's episode with Applejack was a subtle episode, and it required more, you know, in-depth thought and a couple of viewings to enjoy it. And I'd just like to say, you know, as much as we like subtle episodes, I still like these episodes more.
Yeah.
So I wasn't
It's
trying to say
definitely
like last
opposite.
week's episode was better because it was subtle. I was just saying, you know, before you judge it and say, oh, this is bad
Yeah.
or whatever, just like take a second look at it. But this episode, how they do this every single time, but Applejack is always better as a supporting character.
Yeah,
Like she like this is one episode later and she's quote unquote like more enjoyable in this episode, or like had a better episode this episode than last one.
see,
How does that even happen?
In opinion.
Yeah, I suppose in my opinion. But it happens so many times. Maybe she's just not destined to be the kind of pony that has her own episode.
see,
Well, no, her overworking herself episode was fantastic.
yeah,
I don't know. I think I've heard people don't like the episode, but I love that episode. It was
People
great.
didn't like that episode.
I
I
like
thought
that
was
episode.
fantastic.
People also didn't like the song, so there must be something physically wrong with it.
That song was amazing. It's fantastic.
I liked Spike's song in this episode.
Dragons are the best creatures.
I don't think that's their favorite song.
No, I have a theory about that, actually, Rainbow Plasma. That, like, the main character in an episode is usually the one where they expose the flaws in. And maybe exposing Applejack's flaws doesn't really work for her as a character.
Right.
But, like, in this episode, it was exposing Spike's flaws in that he wants to serve Applejack. So maybe it works in her favor.
I get where you're coming from, and I know
don't
that
s-
happens like most of the time. But like, if you look at example Wonderbolt Academy,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Rainbow Dash was main character there, but she wasn't exposing flaws. But I guess she's had that.
There
in the
were a
past.
few
I don't know.
episodes where that might have been the point, and there was definitely one for each character in the first and second season.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they kind of took the opposite role and like exposed their flaws and they did it for just the sake of the episode, where they would like kind of have show that character's setback or flaw. But in this episode, that wasn't really the theme of Spike. Like,
Well, no.
it was kind of comic relief of how he was awful at helping Applejack and always causing problems.
And apparently
And he-
Rarity, too, because...
That whole concept was a lot more subtle in the other seasons, when like Spike was, I don't know, there were a lot of people who didn't like Spike as a character and like the things he did. But this wasn't really that theme of an episode where he took on an opposite role.
Yeah.
But Spike's theme for that, I don't know if he had an episode where he did that. Oh no, that was the episode when he got really, really greedy.
Right.
That was
Right.
when he took the opposite role of the caring like person, where he always wants to help and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Can I just say, Spike and Twilight like are really, really cute together. Like, I didn't realize how much that dynamic worked until I saw this episode where, you know, Spike was with the other ponies, and it was just like, eh. But then at the very end, when it was just like Spike and Twilight again, it was very cute.
Yeah, the
I like
very
it a
end
lot.
definitely got some feels from that.
Yeah, it was great. All right, well, I think that's everything, right?
Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up.
We had a long regular episode, so that's okay if we have a little bit of a short spoiler cast.
Yeah.
Also, somehow I'm exhausted again. Watching ponies and talking about ponies is exhausting, folks.
It's basically all we do. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stay tuned next week for our second part of our fan art episode and spoilercast. Following
Number
that.
8.
Yep.
All right.
And if you haven't seen the episode, then go watch it.
Because it
MLP
was a lot of
episode.
fun.
Yeah. So we'll see you next week.
All right. See you guys.
Yep. Bye.